DJ Durong from Hot 702.5 in Las Vegas. It's time to come together. Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 24th Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival, going down Saturday, June 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center, and it's free to the public. Catch R&B icon Tweed live on stage, plus performances by Kiss Kiss and the Squad, Darnell Alexander, Unk and the Nephews, and Las Vegas's pop princess, Ray Millie. Hosted by DJ Ambeezy, with Not a Boy DJ and DJ Kelly J on the ones and twos. Stop by and visit the Hot 702.5 FM live remote tent and check in with our on-air personalities. Shop the vendor marketplace, hit up the food trucks, and enjoy surprise guests throughout the night. Presented in partnership with Google, MGM Resorts International, Live You Equals You in the city of Las Vegas. Come together this Juneteenth weekend to celebrate freedom with Tweet and Rainbow Dreams. Get your e-ticket now and be entered to win one of our fabulous prizes. Visit June19LV.com. That's June19LV.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Goat Radio.
So you don't hear me, do you? I'm like in a booth. Oh yeah, I don't hear you. Mic check. I heard you. Okay, you heard me? Hey, I'm starting off with Los.
We don't move the same. Top fight. You put me up there with a little Tucci name.
Hey, we in the building.
Man, it's a bunch of shit that we don't do the same. No blood, no
still spring, huh?
Yeah,
it's a spring day. Spring day. I'm looking at the circle.
Like a bougie dang. Whoa. Do a drive by with
I ain't been in there in a while. I need to hook up. I was in the kitchen. I'm like paying to go Las Vegas places. This Los Go Tape, the first Go Tape, killing it. Gucci Gang beat. Hey, got playoff talks. A little bit of football talk. Football trying to take over the whole year. NFL, we know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't slick. Talking about the Golden Knights. Disappointed in them. Hey. All right. Welcome to Undrafted Allstars. Sugar's still taking care of business. He with us in spirit. The Cowboys going to probably win 7 games. So he going to be mad like he was last year.
Bitch, please.
And this year we don't play y'all, so he don't have to wear a Joe Montana jersey. But maybe next year. I'm in the building. Q Mecca, 2 texts up. You know, Tragic going to hold you down with my bro host.
Yo, C4 Nate from the 618. Let's be great and start this debate.
What up? How you doing, boy?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. What's the word?
Nothing much. We got this playoffs talk.
Yeah, you kind of out of pocket, man. Disrespecting our Cowboys. We got 10 wins coming easy this year.
Boy, y'all might win 10 quarters.
We're going to win 10 games.
That means 2 games.
Y'all ain't going to even win 10 games, so what did you say?
Hey, I looked at our schedule, but our schedule is easy.
Y'all going to still win 8.
They gave us, they said, hey, look, y'all's last place. Y'all get to play the Jags and the Titans and the Browns.
That gave us one of the hardest schedules.
Yeah, I know. Y'all, especially the end, y'all, I think it's the first half or the second half.
First half is wild.
One of them, yeah. But ours is easy throughout.
But
the hardest thing we got
the Eagles' first game of the season.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I want all the smoke with that because I promise you we pulling that one off. We got Kansas City for Thanksgiving. I want all the smoke. Fuck Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, y'all. Oh, that's gonna be a game. That's y'all got like 2 Monday nights. Y'all got a Monday night, then a bye, and then a Monday night.
And the last Monday night is against the Raiders.
That's
I want
crazy.
all the smoke with that because you know we're gonna beat them hoes.
I was thinking that's crazy though. Personally, I didn't get all these things. Y'all got 6 primetime games.
That just go to show you that's why we America's team.
Hey, well, y'all need to be America's wet dream. that means you ain't really getting no pussy. You just thought you did.
That sounds like 49er talk.
Oh, yeah. Well, today we got these NBA playoffs. We're going to talk about that. That's going to take up the majority of it. Then we got a couple other things we're going to get on to talk about. But let's start with the Pacers beating the hell out of Cleveland, who I didn't believe in anyway.
Boy.
What your thoughts is on that?
Shit, heart of the champions, man. Heart of the champions. They said it was a fluke that they got to the playoffs last year. They kind of say, no, it ain't. They here to stay.
And they back in the NFC. They made it to the NFC championship.
No, NFC.
I mean, Eastern Conference. They made it to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they did.
And they back in it again. This time they looking. But hold on, them boys, listen. This was the series that I called the I don't believe in, the two teams I don't believe in series, because I don't believe that neither one of them can win the championship. But I can't lie. If I'm watching it objectively, I'm looking at Indiana like, oh, they're showing me the steps to believing in them. Now they got to get past whoever they play in this Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, this is going to be a good test for them, even if it's Boston or if it's New York. But that boy Halliburton been showing me something. He getting better and better, and he getting more confident in himself, and his team got his back.
Yeah.
So it looked like them boys come ready to play. A shout out to y'all. Salute. I ain't believing y'all, but y'all made me a halfway believer. Like I'm like at 1/4 of a belief. I was at 0.
For me, I thought they were a good team, and I've always said that. But the way they put Cleveland away. The way they put Cleveland away, man. If it's the way I see Minnesota and Indiana going for the title.
That's what you see,
which is good because
different storyline than what we used to.
Yeah, neither one of them have won a championship. So,
that too.
That's it's good. It's good because we get to see a new champion, a beginning of a new era, and again, those two got the grit. They got the grit. I think they could beat New York. It's going to take 7 games. It's not going to be like they did.
They went 7 last year. Last year, went 7. And New York was hurt. So,
yeah, it's going to take 7 games, but I think the Pacers going to pull it off.
I think the Pacers look good as a unit, too. They look good as a team, like they all play for each other, which is something that a championship team needs.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, I don't know what happened with y'all. I ain't believed in y'all since.
I know.
Y'all did have
injuries. They had a little injury issue. Darius Garland, he was out for the first 2-3 games. And then Donovan Mitchell got hurt.
Donovan Mitchell got hurt, and some of the other Jared Allen.
Jared Allen got a couple games too. So I mean, they did their best to be as healthy as they could be, but it's the unfortunate part, when
you win that many games.
If Steph wasn't healthy, we could argue that this would have been a series still.
Yeah, I would have took Golden State if Steph was healthy. Right. So I get what you're saying. And the unfortunate part is Cleveland was healthy throughout the year.
Yeah.
And won a lot of games, like their second most games in their franchise history, and then got hurt when it mattered most. That sucks. Because I like to see the playoffs. I want to see full healthy teams.
Absolutely.
We can see the best on the best.
Absolutely.
So it's unfortunate that injuries took a part, but injuries always play a part in every championship run for any team on any given day.
Yeah.
But shout out to, we gonna salute. Cleveland said, Donovan Mitchell said they're gonna be back. I believe him, but y'all gotta. I don't know if y'all missing something. I don't know what it is. Y'all got a good coach. Y'all got him.
They missing Giannis.
If y'all get Giannis done, then you gotta help. Y'all got action.
That's nasty work, boy. They get Giannis.
Oh, we got to talk about Giannis too. But we got, all right, so that's that series.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this New York? We don't stay on the Eastern Conference or the NFC. We on the Eastern Conference, the NFC, the same shit. Hey,
stick a Timberland in the Celtics.
What you got the Celtics in the mix, son?
Stick a Timberland in the Celtics because they done, son. Man, they some ballers out there in New York, man. They surprised me. I didn't think they was gonna get this far. I didn't think they would have the Celtics on the ropes. But even before Tatum went down, they were winning.
Yeah, Tatum was winning. Balled in that game. They was up, and then they started doing what they started missing threes, started shooting them.
But Tatum, here's the thing with Tatum. And as a player, he's a great player. He's a phenomenal talent. But everybody talking about this. I know people talking about he's a dog and this, that. To me, the real dog on that team is Jaylen Brown. That to me, that's the dog. Yeah, you see Jason Tatum get the green light to put up shots and put up 30, 40, and 50. But to me, that dog is Jaylen Brown.
And to me, I think they're missing the dog in all of them niggas. I think Drew Holiday used to be, but I've been watching him in this series. He looked old. Yeah. He looked like he ain't got it no more like he used to. But I wouldn't say neither one of them have the dog that I want to see, that I think that they need in them, like Draymond got or Ant got. I don't think neither one of them do. I think Jaylen Brown showed it this past game. But my problem with that is why you don't show it every game, even when
because and this is why, because he has to play one alpha to Jason Tatum,
and I think that
they run the offense through Jason Tatum.
Yeah, that's a fact,
and that's the issue, because they won last year and it worked. But how many times have we seen people be successful once and then they just fall off? I don't think that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are a good combo together.
I would agree, but the reason why I would to me, I agree with you, but I don't think that they can't be. I think that it's because Jaylen Brown takes a back seat to Jason Tatum. I don't think he should. That don't mean that I think he's better. I just think that you can have two players that, okay, like sort of like how we could use what example to use? We used last year, Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah,
I think you can have two players that need the ball, that can make things happen, that create shots and create things for other people, which both of them do that. I just think that sometimes Jaylen gets aloof in the game. Like if he not being that guy, then he just take a back seat and then don't really try to impact the game in a different way. Even if he's shot
a facilitator in that space.
Yeah, and I don't like that. Sort of like what we're gonna talk about later, but sort of like what Jimmy was doing. I think Jimmy should have been more step out, let me shoot more. He was trying to pass too much. And I think that's what Jaylen Brown suffers from when Jason Tatum is on the court and when he's on. I think, here's the thing. Don't do your thing still.
Here's the thing. When they don't have, when Jason Tatum is not playing, the Celtics are 10-2.
Yeah, Jason Tatum. When he's not,
when
they're
he's not playing, they have a.
That includes yesterday.
They play great when he's not playing. So you have to look at that. It's like a thing of he's the problem.
No, I don't look at it that way. Because what you didn't say in that stats, let me tell you what the part that you missed out. They're they were 2-2 against playoff teams with that record. Now they're 3-2 because they just beat New York without Jason Tatum. So when they play against the good teams, they're closer to 500 without Jason Tatum. The teams that they beat were all not playoff teams. So to me, that matters when you got in context to add, like, Jason Tatum is needed on the team. I think Jaylen Brown needs to step up and be like, I'm just as good as you, if not the same as you, but I don't want to take the back seat to you. That's what I think is the problem.
I get what you're saying on that, but to me, it looks like a rebirth of a Shaq and Kobe type situation.
I hope not.
Because again, and there's interviews that's out there where Jaylen Brown talks about, like, I had to put my game to the side and try to do what's considered best for the Celtics.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all.
Because he got that dog in him too.
I'm not mad at that, though.
If you let him lead a team, I think he's a person who can give you 30, 40 a game too, just like Jason Tatum can. Well, but you got both of them on there, and the ball is primarily in Jason Tatum's hands.
Right. So then what you saying? Because I agree with Jaylen Brown that my numbers ain't the most important thing. It's the team winning. Right. So if you do got to step your game back, to me, this is what I think he should do, which is what Dwayne Wade, I think, had to do when LeBron came. Okay, since you are you're better than me, Tatum, I'm going to move without the ball like Dwayne Wade had to do, so that way I can get my shots. So if instead of me having the ball creating, I can move without the ball and get easy layups, easy shots, come off some screens. I think this is where I think Jaylen Brown needs to work on in the offseason, or off ball. How do you do off ball? I think everybody in NBA should watch Steph Curry and be the example of how to move without the ball and how to get points without having the ball in your hand. He is the best at that of all time to me. better than Reggie, better than Ray, better than Rip Hamilton, better than all of the people that we know who was great off ball. Steph Curry is a superstar, and he don't need the ball in his hand. He'll pass it to Draymond and then go do his thing while Draymond do the facilitating. I think Jaylen Brown needs to do that, work on that part of his game to help the team be better if Jason Tatum is the dominant ball facilitator or haver. And I think that they'll work that way.
They're already talking about breaking up that team.
Oh, well, the team's gonna be broken.
Yeah,
but I think they're gonna keep those two.
I don't think they're gonna keep both of them.
They should, because those are their two youngest, best players.
Yes and no, because you can get a lot back for either one.
That's true.
You can
that is true.
You can get a ton back.
But I don't know.
Either one.
But I don't know what you would want back unless you could get. All right, so I'll give you some scenarios that I think may work. And I would agree with you. If you could get Giannis, yes, trade it, because those two players are similar and Giannis is different than them, so it'll be a better fit. I think it'll be a better fit for them. But if you're gonna get another perimeter player that's the same as them, it's the same. If you get if you get Luka, or if you get Kyrie, or if you get Shea, or if you get somebody like that, then it's the same problem gonna be
Kyrie. They got better.
Nah, of course not. I'm just giving this an example. I think if they could get a player like Luka or a big man Şengün or somebody like that, I agree. Do it for sure. Yeah. But if you're going to get another perimeter player that's need the ball in his hand also, then it's going to be the same thing. So it's still going to be a struggle or a battle or a struggle within, you get the ball, I get the ball. Yeah. And I don't think you can win that way. You need to win so shout out to Jason for Jaylen Brown for dialing back his game to help the team. Right. I think he needed to just do more off the ball stuff. Come off picks, come off threes, do those things. And then it'll make it easier for everybody, I believe. But other than that, I think they got action. I think New York better win this game at home. If they don't win this game at home, they in trouble.
They're in big trouble.
So it's gonna be
because again, that dog and Jaylen gonna come out.
It came out yesterday when he had about, I think he had a double, almost a triple-double. Yeah. So he was passing and he was getting buckets. Yeah. He hitting big shots. He was hitting shots when they were shooting stale.
I think he had 20 and 12.
28. I think
28 and 12 assists.
Yeah, that's what he had. And 7 rebounds. So he was balling. And that, to me, what frustrates me about him, if I know you can do that, I want to see that, bro. I want you to do that all the time.
It's hard to do that when the ball is always in Jason.
I know, but that's why, to me, you come off picks. You do like Steph.
I get what you're saying, and you're not wrong in what you're saying. But that's a thing that the coaches and ultimately the team have decided to sway in that direction where it's a Jason Tatum show.
I think that's a mistake for the whole team, because it shouldn't be. We saw what happens when it's a one-man show and he's just shooting difficult shots, step-back threes, contested shots. It makes it harder and it makes everybody else unengaged.
And when he's doing that, his shot selection isn't always great.
It's bad.
And that was the thing about those earlier games. He shot them out of a few of them games.
Well, they all shot bad, but I agree with you. He had the ball a lot and was taking.
He had the ball a lot
and go to the cup. That's what I'm saying. He taking step back threes when y'all off. Y'all shot is off. Go to the hole. That's what that'd be my biggest issue with him. Like, why are y'all shooting these step threes too much? Even the wide open ones. Hey, instead of taking that three, and you go to the hole so you see
it's a whole. You see, it's a whole different game when Tatum's not out there.
Well, I think the coach said, "Hey, y'all need to go to the hole."
It seems like it's more of a unified team. That's just from what I see. It looks like it's a more unified team when Tatum is not out there.
I think that I don't know if I think that. I just think that they did a more concerted effort of getting to the rack. They had New York in foul. They had in the third quarter, 9 minutes left. New York Knicks was in the bonus of fouls. That's from going to the hole.
And that's what you have to do to beat a team like New York.
Or when your shot is off. Yep. If you because Boston will blow you out. We know they'll blow you out if they hit their threes. They're going to win by 20, 30.
Absolutely.
But when they're not, you could come back from 20 on them. Yeah. So to me, when they don't recognize to me, and this is still maybe a young thing, or like you would think they got over the hump. Like if you're not hitting your threes, y'all off, go to the hole. And instead of taking that wide open three, pump fake it so they could come out, so they could jump, go to the hole and see the ball go through the hoop.
I think it's a coaching thing because I look at it from the aspect of it seems like they just let them do what they want to do. Like
it do seem like they just keep shooting that
right. Shit. It don't seem like the coach is saying, "Hey, this is what I want you to do." It's this is what y'all gonna do. Okay,
right. It does seem that way.
They won by 20. This is great. But when it don't work,
then it's like, we just kept doing I tell them to keep doing it. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That is this series, their coach has been getting out coached because of that, what you just said. I agree with you. Boston, y'all got to get it together. I had y'all winning it again because y'all had the same team. And Porzingis, you ain't giving them. I don't know if he got the HIV. They said he had a virus. They ain't say what virus. He got HIV. He got the new shit. He got the foreign shit.
Boy, you wild.
Porzingis, you ain't. He had 1 point, bro, and he didn't make a field goal. It was a free throw. He didn't even make both free throws. You made 1 free throw and 1 point. He didn't play the whole second half.
He's a lot of money that could be coming off the books.
Facts. Like if they need. Last year he was hurt, but he played a couple of games and he had big games, like 2 of them, and that helped them win.
They need to send Porzingis to the Lakers.
This team's going. This is $600 million payroll with the 5 starters or 6 people, some shit like that. So it's not going to be the same team next year.
That's way too.
It's way too much. It's not going to be the same team. The new owners, they ain't invested that much. The last owners did it for a reason. They knew they was selling. They were like, let's go all out.
It ain't gonna be our problem.
Exactly.
We're gonna sell and we're gonna walk away from it.
Exactly. But shout out to New York Knicks for doing their thing. We ain't talking enough about them. Jalen Brunson, Clutch Player of the Year. To me, he's a dog. He shows it every game.
He got that Mamba mentality.
Exactly. I love it in him.
He got it.
He only 6'1", they say. He be in there with the trees.
He one of them Villanova boys.
Getting down. Shout out to him.
He don't play no games.
Cat, you got to stop being soft, bro.
Cat, no, I ain't saying nothing bad about
this year.
Cat been handling this business since he been with the Knicks.
Have you watched the difference of Julius Randle playing with Minnesota and Cat? Julius Randle been out there. He averaging 30.
Right, but
Cat over there looking awkward.
But you know what? Julius Randle was also one of the only few people that used to go to the gym with Kobe.
Yeah, but that shit wasn't showing in New York.
It wasn't showing in New York. Up. It wasn't showing in New York because there was a lot of people that needed the ball. I think Julius Randle, I don't think he's one of the better players that plays off ball.
And that is true. And I also think when I used to watch him, I was like, yo, when his shot ain't falling, he disengaged from the game. Absolutely. He don't do nothing. I'm like, and that's why I thought he was gonna do that in Minnesota. But Ant got him playing like a newfound Julius Randle. I'm like,
Ant telling everybody like, hey, do what you supposed to do, and everything else gonna work out.
And shout out to Ant for looking like he ready, and he only 23.
He got that.
Usually you ain't ready until you about 27.
Yeah, he mambaed out too.
He ready,
boy.
But shout out to the Knicks for balling. Cat, do better if you want the team to win. You can't be 6'11" getting pushed out the paint by guards by Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday should never be able to push you out the paint. If he do, then that says that you're infatuated with your girl too much. You need to leave your girl for 2 weeks, tell her to stay over there, and you go get your mind right on basketball.
Leave your girl for 2 weeks? What?
Leave your girl for 2 weeks, Cat, and then get your mind right on basketball. Because you out there playing like she playing. She like y'all switched bodies.
Lord.
But that's the East series. Now we go to the West. OKC and Denver, the best series so far of all the series. So far, I think Denver is the heart of a champion. They're slim on their bench. They don't got no bench help, bro. They got rid of their bench over the years, and it's taking effect. Joker's getting tired. Jamal Murray ain't doing what he was doing earlier, and Gordon been balling. Is why they've been keeping him in games. Gordon has been balling in these playoffs. That other light skinned dude, what's his name? MJ, Michael Porter Jr. He ain't been doing nothing. And so Russ been brickful.
He been
brickful this year.
He's been in and out, inconsistent.
Yeah, and who else? And then who they got? I like the white, but what's his name? Braun.
Oh yeah, Christian Braun.
Christian Braun. I like him, but he white. There's too much you can do when you're white. It's just the truth. But
white, man.
I know that's why he got. You see what he couldn't do on defense is let him go by. Oh, just watch him. That's the problem. Luka. I hope Cooper Flag don't come in and do that. Cooper
Flag does everything. He plays offense.
We're going to talk about him a little bit
both sides of the ball.
That's good. I hope you do that because you need that. That's why Dallas might be looking smarter than we thought they were when they let Luka go. But I think this series is the even. I think I picked Denver. OKC This has to lead 3-2, but they got to show me that they could finish them. I don't know if they can finish them. They played Mortal Kombat,
and they had the best record in the league.
Yeah, in the regular season. Everybody's like, okay, so I said, hey, regular season don't mean postseason, regular season different. Okay, so you got to show me that they can beat a champion. They haven't been able to up to this point. So far, they only made it to the second round. They haven't never been into the conference finals or finals. So we're gonna see with this team. They went with James Harden and Durant and Westbrook. But this series is one of the best series to me.
Yeah.
Joker is a baller, but he's getting tired and he need help. Michael Porter and Westbrook.
His first few games, them last 2 games before this last one, Joker was ass out there.
Yeah, he wasn't ass. He just wasn't the Joker that he wasn't the Joker that we used to. We used to 44.
That boy was
13, 20 Joker. He was like 26,
7 and 9 points.
Yeah, he was something like that.
Cheeks.
But he probably tired. Yeah, and he ain't the most athletic. Like you need, like they don't got no backup for him. Who's the backup? Who come when Joker comes out? Who comes in and does anything?
Thomas Bryant.
Exactly, that's the problem. But that is an organizational problem.
Absolutely,
y'all let the people go that they needed.
Yeah,
that used to come in and help.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be the downfall of the championship. If y'all don't make it back, it's gonna be the downfall.
This is true.
And then we got the other series in the West. Golden State Warriors against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They closed up. That's closed up.
Wolves in 5 is what Ant said to the Lakers and the Wolves. Ant said, I'm just taking y'all out in 5. I don't care what y'all talking about. Well, we got a asterisk is Steph Curry wasn't playing. He played the first game.
You know what?
That was the only game they won.
I'll give a shout out to Ant because he said he was like, it don't even feel right playing against Golden State without Steph Curry. He was like, if Curry was a game, we might be the ones down 3-1. So I give him much respect and shout out to him because
it's true.
The respect that he gives to Curry, and he could have easily said, well, it didn't matter.
It mattered.
We would did whatever.
Hurt, yeah.
But, the modesty and being able to say, you know what? It could have been a different game. The respect level that I love and appreciate that.
I agree with that. And I just like Ant's whole energy. Yeah. He like, I'm going at you. I don't care how great you are. Even though I respect you.
And I'm going to talk my shit.
Exactly. And I'm still going to respect you, though.
Yep.
And he got them boys over there. Look, I didn't think it was going to work with Cat, and I didn't think it was going to work with Julius Randle. Just me being honest. But Julius Randle has surprised me a lot. Rudy Gobert is the French mannequin.
Okay, the NBA shutter downer. He spread COVID on
other
everybody
boys out
and
there,
everything got shut down.
The other boys out there be playing. Mike Conley is an OG, triple OG in the game. Still getting about 15 minutes being productive.
Heel.
Yeah, exactly. I like Nas. I like Nas off the bench. Nas come in and bring a spark. I like him. But shout out to Timberwolves. Y'all waiting on the Denver and OKC. I think it's gonna be OKC. I think so we're gonna see OKC. Y'all gotta prove me right. If not, then y'all trash. All right, so let's get to this topic where everybody think it's rigged. The Dallas Mavericks with a 1.8% chance to get the draft lottery first pick. Got it. Ta-da! What do you think about that? Dallas Mavericks getting the first pick with a 1.8 chance of getting it.
Ain't no way in hell that shit was supposed to happen. But it's here. Cooper Flag could really make an impact immediately.
Yep.
He's obviously going to have to put on about 40 pounds of muscle. He's going to have to put on about 40 pounds of muscle.
No, I don't think that's too much.
He's kind of a little too thin.
20.
Man. Nah, he's too thin, bro.
You got to still be slender as a basketball player.
I'm motherfucker like Chet Holmgren, boy. He a stick. He turned sideways and the wind got him.
Oh, Chet is super thin. Chet look like Snoop.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I think the idea behind this is they're going to try to put him at the 5.
Who? Cooper?
Yeah.
Hell no. That's Goodford, whatever his name is.
Gafford.
Yeah, Gafford. Yeah. They gonna have a good starting. They're gonna have a good 5, bro. Look at their 5. Their 5 gonna be Kyrie,
Clay.
Where you
gonna put him at?
Kyrie, Clay, Cooper at 3. Anthony Davis at 4. Gifford at 5.
3. I don't think they're gonna put him at 3.
He's 6'8", 6'9", 3 years. That's a perfect 3. And he got to work on the shooting.
Right.
But he could get to the hole. He do everything. So 3 is perfect. That's a good starting 5, bro.
He plays defense. That's for sure.
That's a good starting 5. People talking about they would trade him.
I think if you can muscle him down, I think he could play physical and get down there.
I wouldn't put him with the big boys.
He's going to put some muscle on.
He's going to have to hold LeBron and KD them and Kawhi, so it's still playing the 3 ain't easy.
That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes you got to play the 4. And then you got to help out with the 5.
Both. That's true.
You got to help out with the 5.
But
and then you can there's still times where if you're fast enough as a 3, you got to take on 2.
Yeah, that's true. But so that's why
3 has to be the most versatile player on your team.
But he's versatile, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
The people were talking about, would you trade that first pick that Dallas got to get Giannis? Would you trade the first pick and maybe like one of them centers and a guard to get Giannis, or would you keep Cooper? Would you roll with the Cooper?
Long story short, fuck yeah.
You would trade for Giannis?
Absolutely. If you're trying to win now. Right. Now, if you're trying to build something to win later and down the line from now, then maybe. But then, did I say, you probably got another 3 years of AD at best.
Yeah, that's true. And Kyrie.
Kyrie. So
they both injury prone.
Are you trying? So most likely, if you're trying to win now, that would be the move. You take Giannis, you can hit some other little guards on the side with it.
Yeah, you're going to have to give up a pick and a player and a couple players to get Giannis.
Yeah.
But then that's going to – so I wouldn't need just because of the – like if I'm Dallas, I'm looking at the future. I'm like, okay, we could possibly win now with this starting 5. Mm-hmm. And we got a player for the next 10 to 15 years that we could build around if Cooper Flag is as good if he's as good as they say is. So I wouldn't trade him, me personally, for 1 ring, maybe 1 or maybe 2.
Then here's the thing.
And you're in the West.
Here's the thing.
Which is hard.
The West is hard, for 1. And 2, Cooper Flag was phenomenal. He was the best player in the draft, hands down. However, that doesn't always equate to the professional level from the collegiate level.
Right.
It doesn't always transfer over. So he might get in there and become ass cheeks like Elio Lernick.
Or he might be no better than JJ Redick.
Right.
Which was cool, but he wasn't great. He wasn't like, oh, in college he was the man.
Right. But not so much when
in the league.
You crossed over into the league. So that's another thing. If you're trying to win now and you have the chance and you can snag Giannis and potentially win now.
Yeah,
let's go.
It's a weight. Nico gonna have a decision to make. Nico, they was hating on him because he traded Luka, but now he got that first pick, so maybe. And we saw what Luka did, and he might have had more information than we thought. But we're gonna see. We won't really know if that Luka trade panned out or not until years later. To see what the Lakers do, to see what Dallas do. So we'll see when that comes. But they got the first pick. A lot of people thought that. It was rigged. I don't believe it's rigged. It happened in 2003 with LeBron in Cleveland. It happened in 2012. It happened in 93 with Penny. It happened a couple times. Yeah. Derrick Rose in 2010 or 11. It happened with Chicago with LeBron too. So it happens. And sometimes teams just because the teams that had the worst records like the Hornets, who else was down there? There was a bunch of teams down there. Portland. That was down there that was trash. That was like, oh, we never going to get a big mark. They feel like they can't get a break. But I'm like, y'all trash. Y'all don't deserve a break. Some people say they need to stop the lottery and do it like the NFL where the worst team get the best player. But I don't agree with that. Nah.
Because sometimes the best player is not what that worst team needs.
Or the worst team might just be worse because they're making their worst decisions. Right. It might not just be the time. It might just be y'all don't want to pay nobody. Y'all don't want to keep nobody. Y'all don't build a team. Y'all just want to get the money and the revenue from the collective.
It's a different thing in the NFL, too. So, I don't know. I don't know how to necessarily fix the situation or if it needs fixing.
I don't think it needs fixing.
I think that's just mighty weird that Dallas got first pick.
And they traded Luka away. It sort of seemed like you could, if you wanted to make a conspiracy, you could, but I don't think it's a conspiracy. I just think that sometimes the ball bounces in the way of the lucky. And I think Nico knew more about what he was talking about than we believed. Because we thought, why would you trade away a 25-year-old superstar in their prime? And he was like, because we can't win with him.
Don't play defense.
And we was like, what do you mean? You went to the finals. And he was like, we lost that shit because of him. And okay, so we don't know. We'll see. But another basketball news, Portland Trail Blazers are up for sale. That's just something that I don't know who's going to buy them. Hopefully we get a black owner or another black owner.
Boss Lady buy them. They probably worth $7.
They up for sale.
We probably combine our money and get. Nah, I don't know. Well, if whoever buy them, the question is, are they going to relocate?
That's a good question. That's a good question. They've been. I mean, they had Dame for so long.
Forever.
They had Dame for so long, and he was adamant on staying and being loyal. But then once you start losing and you don't see no future, you start being like, you
couldn't get him the help he needed there because nobody wants to come to Portland.
That's the thing. You
just like
small market teams be hating or mad, but the truth, we got to say the truth because that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, most players aren't attracted. You don't have nothing in your market that attracts players to want to come.
Right.
Cleveland, y'all don't have nobody want to go.
Who the
Portland,
fuck wants to go to
nobody
Cleveland?
want to go there.
Who the fuck want to go to Utah?
Exactly. Utah, don't nobody want to go there and be Mormon. Can't get no drinks on a Wednesday.
Right.
Like, no one wants to go there. So y'all going to have to either, and if you sorry, and, all right, so if you sorry, are you sorry? And you were in a small market. Right. So you sorry and in a small market. If you good, at least you can probably say, okay, we're good. You can win a championship if you come over here with us.
Washington.
But if exactly in Washington, DC, it's chocolate city.
Who the fuck?
But people don't want to
go there. Nobody's going to say, hey, let's combine our efforts and go to Washington and win a chip. Nobody's going to say that.
Because listen, y'all, LeBron tried to get Chris. It was supposed to be originally Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
To go to Cleveland. And guess what Dwayne Wade said? Why would we go to Cleveland, boy? You better come to Miami. You know Miami, no tax, no state tax. Cubans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, every black. We got all the women. We got all everybody here. Why would we go to Cleveland? Tell me. Because you want us to go? You better come to Miami. And he said, you know what? You're right. Left. And ain't nobody went to Cleveland since, except Donovan Mitchell. And I don't even think he wanted to go.
He got traded.
Exactly. He got traded there. So
but no one got the most of it.
Because you got to, exactly, which is a good attitude to have.
Right.
You got to do something, make the most of it. But the moral of the story is, we got to tell the truth. No one wants to go to a small market.
No.
They want to go to L.A., New York, Chicago, Boston, Houston. It's certain in Dallas. It's places where people want to go, and it's places where people don't want to go. And it is what it is, and you can't be mad at it. You just got to deal with it.
Most people don't want to go to Minnesota.
I wouldn't want to go to Minnesota.
They lucked up. Most of their people are drafted there.
Yeah, and Julius was traded, but yeah, you're right. Don't nobody want to go there. It's cold.
Oh shit!
Oh, the best thing in Minnesota is the Mall of America
and beer,
and not all them mosquitoes. It's a million lakes out there. That's horrible. But you're right. So small market teams, y'all can't be crying. Y'all just got. It is what it is. It's just like if you're a girl born with a little booty, you can't be like, all the men want the big booty girls. Yeah. Now you better make something happen with that mouth, or you better have a great smile, a good personality. Something come from your daddy was there, so we know you don't know how you handle your emotions. Something you can't just be like a little booty, bad personality, don't give head. What you think?
You think? Hurry up and come back.
But yeah, that's like you can't complain about it. You just got to deal with what you get in life. You got to deal with what you get. Everybody, God is the equalizer. He didn't make somebody that's got everything. You're gonna have flaws if you got something that's good. It's gonna equal out. That's God. So shout out to God for being a scientist and an equalizer. Next story. Let's
I don't know what he was doing with me, but I'm here.
He gave you something and then he took something. This is the way it is.
That nigga gave me titties.
but he made a girl that liked to suck him.
But he gave me that pole extension. Hey.
Look, God is the equalizer.
Equalizer.
Hey, we got Derrick Henry. News in Baltimore. Derrick Henry signed a 2-year, $30 million extension. Shout out to Baltimore for doing the right thing. Y'all see how good it was. Now y'all got to go out there and give him the ball. Hey, Coach Harbaugh. John. Is it John or Jim?
Jim over there. No.
I don't even know. Yeah. One of y'all changed.
Jim is Baltimore.
Yeah, hey, if you signed him and you paying him,
run the fucking ball.
Run him. I don't understand why he would be on the sideline.
Even when you down by 20, don't
exactly run the ball.
Because eventually they'll get tired.
And he's going to break one. Exactly.
He's going to break somebody.
Exactly. Run the ball. But shout out to Derrick Henry for getting the money.
Like, they just, like...
The NFL, you think it's rigged, huh? Like, you trying to lose?
Some motherfuckers like the AFC Cowboys. Like, they be having everybody on paper set to win, and then they just go out there and just don't win.
And And for us to consider him a great coach, he be doing a lot of ungreat things. That's the nicest way I can say it. Hey, he be doing a lot of ungreat things. I'll be like, yo, why is Derrick Henry on the sideline?
Why is he not running the ball?
You got him on the sideline for 2 and 3 plays. That don't make sense to me.
No, he should.
I don't understand. Even if you ain't gonna run him, he's a threat.
Even if you don't call the play for him,
he's a threat.
He should be at every down.
They're gonna be like Derrick Henry on the field. If he ain't on the field, they know he ain't getting the ball.
That motherfucker run through your ass.
I don't understand that coaching, Harbaugh. I don't understand it. That don't make sense to me.
They might need a new coach.
Y'all might need a new coach.
But I'm gonna take a quick second talking about Brian Schottenheimer for the Cowboys.
Let
me tell you something about him. Let me tell you something real quick. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do, but he gonna do something, and we gonna win 10 games.
You think so?
And I don't. This is not the fanatic in me saying this.
It sounds like it.
I can't explain what I see, but I see something. And everybody was like, okay, well, you guys need a wide receiver. You guys need a running back. He got Williams from the Broncos on a cheap deal. I like that because I think with a good line, as long as you got a good line, you can turn almost any quarterback into something. Any running back into somebody.
Y'all dude that y'all had last year started the later part of the year. He started balling. Doodle, but y'all got rid of him. Yeah, but he's
too little.
Yeah, I feel you.
He's too little.
But he started doing a little bit of things.
Williams is good. I love what they did with Blue, the running back from Texas.
Yeah.
That boy was a ball.
Yeah. That's they needed to address the
I feel like he's going to get off. Everybody's concerned we didn't pick up a wide receiver, and then we got the George Pickens trade, and we got him for little or nothing. Now, a lot of people question that because it's like if Mike Tomlin was willing to let him go.
In his rookie contract, maybe. That means it's within the first 4 years.
Here's the thing. Whether he's a problem or not, Dallas is good for picking up people that are problem people.
Hopefully he don't cause one.
But I think he will be okay. I think with the Cowboys particularly, he's going to be okay. Because the thing is this. If Dak has the time to sit back and find his shots that he wants, he's one of the best to do it. Yeah. If he has the time, if he has the blocking, if he can see the vision and say, okay, yeah, I think this is where I want to go, he's one of the best to do it. But the problem comes, that gets all the flack because, we talk about this all the time. He gets all the flack because the Cowboys don't win. And he's not the reason why they don't win 97% of the time.
Most of the time, he's the reason why they win.
The reason why they win. The reason why they don't win is the defense. And Micah Parsons even been on interviews and said that. Dak is a great quarterback. Stephen A is like, do y'all need another quarterback? He's like, no, our defense needs to play better. And that's what it comes down to. Dak is one of those guys. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Aaron Rodgers or the next Tom Brady or anything like that. What I am telling you is if you give him a good, solid defense, and they give a genuine, good, 100% pure effort, and they do their job, Dak is not going to be the reason why you lose 97% of the time.
I agree with that. But I think what you're saying is 100% right. And I even thought that about Tony Romo. This is the problem.
Tony never had a top 5 defense.
He never had nothing. He just had him. He won 4 of those games on his own. Then the same thing happened with Tony Romo happened with Dak. Yeah. If your defense can't stop nobody, now as a quarterback, you got to try and make some magic happen.
Right.
And throw balls that you wouldn't normally throw to take a chance and then it'd be a pick. And then you blame the quarterback. And I used to be like, no, Tony Romo is the reason why Dallas won them 4 games. The 8. They won 8, but he won 4 of them on his own. And then he threw picks when late because he's trying to make something happen because ain't nobody can't do nothing with it.
Defense won't do it.
Exactly. So Dak has the same problem.
Right.
And I agree with you. I
think Schottenheimer is going to do something different.
Hopefully he does. And it's a lot of quarterbacks. As a matter of fact, if we go to Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, the quarterbacks are those 4 of the elite ones, right? Mm-hmm. Now the rest of the quarterbacks are exactly what Dak is. If you put good defense around them, a running game, they'll help you win. Yeah. But if you depend on them only to win the game, it's going to be impossible.
It's impossible. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I agree with you. So that's the truth about football as a team sport. It's the teamiest sport of all of them. Like everybody got to do a job to do. It's it's 6 teams: offense, defense, punt, return, kickoff, return. It's 6 teams of 53 players that gotta do their job, and you could lose the game on a punt return or a punt block or a kickoff return or a lot of things. Goal. Exactly. So so it's a sport game. So I agree with you with that on Dak, and I like Dallas addressing the needs that they had.
Oh yeah, they my only issue with defense and line.
I'm only questioning Pickens is just because his track record is his track record. But if y'all could get him to play and he don't, because I think when you got two wide receivers who might have diva tendencies, it puts pressure on the quarterback. Now he's trying to force it to him instead of
here's the thing.
Find an open one.
CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson are always going to be the security blanket. But the thing about George Pickens, which makes this great, is because it gives the potential for you to have a almost Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper type of situation. You can't double one. You can't double them both.
Right.
And if you double one, the other one gonna make you pay for it. And that is the kind of boost that the Cowboys need. They were looking for that in Michael Gallup, but he never came to be that. Yeah. And Jalen Tolbert is nice, but he's not a top tier receiver. Yeah. He's not a top tier receiver. So if you lining it up, you can run. You can even run Tolbert on the outside. You can run Pickens on the outside, and you can run CD in the slot.
Or you can mix it all up.
Mix it all up. But one way, if you double one, the other's going to make you pay.
Right. So it's basically just about giving Dak some time and getting the running game going. Because if you don't run, it don't matter. They're going to blitz you every time. They're going to bring pressure. Yeah. So the running game is the most. I think y'all address the running back situation.
And that's where Blue and Williams work in, because it's not going to be a standout one. It's going to be a committee.
Yeah, and it should be.
But you can work a committee because the earlier 90s Dallas teams, they had Big Moose and Emmett. They worked them like a two of the best.
And that's one of the best backfields ever, though.
Yeah. So
probably top 2.
I'm not saying that they're going to be on their level, but what I am saying is, with you opening up the pass game, it's going to make the run game that much better.
And you got to run the ball, Dallas. Just like we said to Baltimore.
Yes,
run the ball. If you don't run the ball, they're going to know you ain't going to run the ball.
And I promise you, like I say, if I'm wrong, I'll eat these words. But I think Schottenheimer I don't think he's going to be a pass-heavy coach.
If he want to win,
he's going to have Dak taking shots down the field, and if they're good, clean shots, absolutely. Because why wouldn't you take that?
If you want to win, he shouldn't be.
I think he sees the formula, and we don't know because we don't have much experience to go off of with.
Yeah, we got to see.
But
he's new.
I think he's going to see the formula, and I think he's going to make this team more of a run-heavy team, and I think that's going to be the difference with this Cowboys team.
And that helps.
And I'm telling you,
that helps all quarterbacks running the ball, guys.
That first week, I think they coming in with a chip on their shoulder.
Who y'all got? Eagles?
We got the Eagles in Philadelphia. They hanging up the banner.
Ain't it like a Thursday night? What is it?
Yeah, I think it's Thursday night.
So it's the only game on.
It's the only game on, and they're hanging up their banner for their
they're doing their Super Bowl on y'all.
You really think they're gonna come and let them hang up a banner on them and just be like, "Oh, we gonna let them?"
Not. Otherwise, I'm coming in talking crazy on whatever day.
Dak has been hurt. Dak's had quite a few injuries in his career and time.
This is 9.
He's been out some time. 10. But with that being said, Jalen Hurts still has never beat Dak Prescott head to head.
Hey, Jalen, say, I don't need to beat you as long as we beat y'all when it counts. But it's going to be a good game because y'all always play them good.
It's going to be a great game.
Y'all always play them good. And I like good games anyway. I don't like to see blowouts. But shout out to.
I'm going to tell you now, the play is Dallas +7 and the over.
We going to see what happens there. I don't know if we mentioned it in the other one, but Jason Tatum had a torn Achilles. We all knew that. Prayers and thoughts to him. He already had surgery. He's healing. It's gonna be bad. It's bad for Boston. It's gonna break up the team. Light skin niggas always breaking up teams. Knights lose 4-1. God damn it, Knights. Y'all got blue. Y'all would have won. Y'all would have lost 4-0. Y'all got lucky with a .40 seconds left shot that we hit in the end of one game 3 or something.
Yep. We'll come back again next year.
Shout out to the Aces. WNBA starts Friday. Aces playing Liberty. Hey, that's all right. I'm trying to start you off with some. Liberty is the champions and the Aces the former champions. So it's gonna be a good thing. Yeah. Michael Jordan going to NBC for NBA on NBC.
For broadcasting.
We gonna see how he's gonna. They say special contributor, which I don't know what that means. He probably gonna every once in a while show up and
he's
talk.
He's probably gonna be there for the big game.
Big game, exactly. Shout out to him, even though I don't mess with them shoes you got. But shout out to you for coming to the league. We're going to see if you're a good commentator, like Tony Romo was a good commentator for football.
All right.
What else we got? I don't think we got nothing else. Oh, hold on. I have one more. The NFL schedule came out. The first few games to start this year, it's got some interesting matchups. Yeah. We got, what do we got? Let's see. We starting with the bang. Of course, the first is the Cowboys and the Eagles on Thursday night opener. That's a no-brainer. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. Then we got the Lions and the Packers on Sunday. The Bills against the Ravens.
It's week 2.
Ooh, Bills Friday in Brazil. Yeah, Ravens an opportunity against the Bills, and Ravens lost to the Bills in the playoffs last year.
And they got the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yep, we got the who else we got? The Raiders. This is me in Las Vegas. Raiders playing New England. Tom Brady coming back to whatever. Some Tom Brady shit. And Josh McDaniels trying to get revenge on the team that fired him, even though he deserved to get fired. He trash. Look out of here. And that's all. Oh, the Chiefs. The Chiefs and the Chiefs are playing. They play the Chargers. They're playing the Chargers, I think.
They play the Eagles.
And they playing the Eagles in week 2.
Yeah.
Chiefs and Eagles week 2. That's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
But anything else, we don't care about y'all teams. Your team is the Jags, like my boy Jules. Nigga, don't talk to us. Niners, we playing the Seahawks. We should beat them. We got an easy schedule. We about to win 10 games. We play the Jags and the Titans and the Browns and the Seahawks and the Cardinals. We don't play nobody. The Rams are the best team we play. That's all.
Gonna lose to the Bears.
We play the Bears. They trash. We gonna beat them.
Y'all always lose to the Bears.
No, we beat them last year. Toe them up. Yes, we did. Toe them up.
No, y'all did.
Toe them up. I'm telling you, we beat them, and it was a toe up.
Oh yeah, the year before. Yeah. Okay.
We lost when Trey Lance was there.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. We out of here. All right. Thank y'all for being with us. We pre-recorded, so if we talking about games that already played, don't be like, y'all didn't even talk about the game 6 of the New York Giants, New York Knicks. No, we didn't, because it's Thursday.
Right.
So be happy, and we out of here. Shout out to Suge. C4, we did it again.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm leaving on. Probably some Desert Mob, just because.
That works.
Lit City or something. Hey, Lit City, I heard you was born and raised in Las Vegas. That's interesting. We out of here. Q Mecca, 2 texts up. Remember, the only thing you need more of is more love. With my bro host.
C4 Nate from the 618. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Remember, light-skinned niggas break up teams. Peace out, y'all.